Alright, we have some more racing that we're going to be doing today, and we're going to be taking part in the X class. And I'll be using a Porsche 919 hybrid. Um, an incredibly fast car. The first race is taking place at the hallowed Brickyard at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And I'm heading out to the car to start qualifying. And it's Indianapolis in the rain, by the way. And so I haven't driven this car all that much, so I'm a little bit hesitant, but I do have wet tires on it. And I'm doing like, 190, 200 miles an hour in the rain. And so initially I'm a little bit hesitant, and I kind of misjudge things and slide around a little bit right there. And the force feedback is really, really uh, touchy when in this rain. And so the car's feeling a little bit better, so I'm driving through these corners a little bit harder on the second lap, nearly 200 miles an hour in the rain. So, kind of insane. And here I transition over to the third qualifying lap. And initially, things look pretty good. I qualified what looks like second, although that isn't how it ends up being. So I end up qualifying fourth. And when the race starts, it's not raining. So the game changed all the cars over to regular tires, mediums. Although these first two guys, they've undoubtedly gone through this before, so they already know, and they changed their tires over to wet. This one guy has a hard compound, but mine is being shown blank, but it's actually medium tires that I have on the car. And this guy actually has a soft compound. Different cars, another Porsche, and I go in and take a look at my tires and say, oh, okay, so I got medium tires, all right. So maybe the weather has changed when I wasn't looking. So here we go, getting ready to start the race. And I do get off the line faster than these guys. I mean, this car is just incredibly fast, but I'm going up against Formula One cars, which are even faster. So, and somehow I managed to not totally spin out there, but that drops me down to 11th place, that little debacle right there. And I'm carving through these corners at, 195, 198 miles an hour. That guy spun out there. And this race is 11 laps long, and so I feel fairly confident that at some point I'm going to have to change. I'm going to have to pit and get fresh tires. And you can see little patches of moisture on the track from it raining earlier. And I've literally got the pedal to the metal. I'm driving around this track literally as fast as this car will go. Now there are some adjustments that I can do to make it go faster, but I haven't done that yet. And then I notice that my windshield wiper starts coming on, and I go, oh, okay, it's raining. You don't want to be on a racetrack with slick tires when it's raining. So when I come around here, I go flying into the pits at 190 miles an hour into the pits, and change over to wet tires. No fuel. I got plenty of fuel for the race, so pit crew is very swift with their tasks, and I'm out of there in no time at all. However, I do lose a couple of spots as a result of going into the pits. And this guy flies past me. And it sometimes seems kind of amazing to me that you're on a racetrack and 200 miles an hour isn't fast enough. So it's when you're at Indianapolis and you're laying down lap times that are 41, 43 seconds, that's getting around that track awfully fast. That's faster lap times than actual Indianapolis drivers get around the track. And it's kind of in a almost like a holding pattern right now, because I'm confident in the laps that I'm laying down, and everything is feeling the same from lap to lap, and I have it just flat out as fast as it'll go. I'm not letting off in the corners at all. No braking whatsoever. And the people that are in front of me are just, their cars are just faster than mine. Now I do make some adjustments to this car. Not in this race, but I do make some adjustments to this car. But it seems almost shocking to me that you're in a race in excess of 200 miles an hour and that's not fast enough. Now I have moved up to 6th, and I think that's as a result of either people leaving the race, and I did see one guy who spun out, and I almost lost it right there. Their car kind of slid on that corner a little bit on me, but I was able to bring it back in. And these things, these X series experimental, that's why they're called X series. And there's one of the Formula One cars, just going past me like I'm standing still. Um, these experimental cars, they just have an amazing amount of grip. Um, like if you see the line that's on the track, when you see it's got subtle red, that's yellow and red. That's like a possibility of sliding, and you know it's advised that you brake. And when it's straight blue, um, it's you're good to go. But I'm not lifting at all, and none of those um, slide areas are really coming into play um, thus far, anyway. And I'm looking at the heads-up display, and the guy that's in front of me, he's 5 seconds ahead of me. That's a huge amount in a race like this. You know, when you're doing over 200 and there's somebody else comes by me, I'm not exactly sure what kind of cars those guys are in that they're able to go around this track that fast in the rain. And there's somebody that I don't know if he spun out or he just slowed down. It was a ghost car, so it's slapped traffic if it's a ghost car. Um, or traffic that's lapping you is also a ghost car. And I have minor tire wear, but this is the last lap, so I'm not going to be pitting again. And so here I come around to the start-finish line for the final time. And that is my race in my Porsche 919 Hybrid at Indianapolis in the rain. I hope you liked it, and I will see you on the racetrack.